Next up, we have Outrun breakbeat / techno music by Waterflame. My understanding is that this is featured in Geometry Dash. Once again, everybody, this is a Basterd's LFA, a layman-friendly analysis. I'm a professionally trained musician and composer, and my objective here is to explain things in a way so that you don't have to be one to understand what is happening here musically. So, if you like the sound of that, make sure you're following the channel, subscribe to the channel, whatever term you want to use, like the video, share the video, leave a comment, turn on notifications, become a member, all that good stuff. Two things before the disclaimers. At the time of recording, we really recently just hit 4,000 subscribers on YouTube. Thank you, everybody, for being here. I really appreciate it. I do not take this for granted, and I am grateful every single day that I get to do this at all, and that y'all like it in the first place. I really do. Challenge for y'all, if we somehow hit 10,000 subscribers before Christmas 2025, I will take any single one fan fiction of the choice of the community, and I will record, produce, fully voice act an audiobook for it. We have to do this legit, though. No account duping, no botting, no buying, nothing like that. I will reject that completely. It has to be done with sharing or the hype function on YouTube. We have a channel on that on Discord, by the way, link down below. All that kind of stuff, right? And the second one is members. If you're a member, you get early access to the content. I schedule the videos for the week on Saturdays. If you are a member on YouTube, a paid membership, regardless of the tier, you get access to the videos on Saturday for the entire week. So consider becoming a member today. Two disclaimers on top of that. First one, this is my first time hearing this, so I will be pausing a lot, and I will be speaking a lot, as I will be pointing things out and explaining them as I hear them or as I realize them. And number two, this is recorded live on stream on a single take. I have stumbled upon my words already. I will do it again. Whatever happens, happens. With that being said, let's do this. Outrun. Let's go. Track, welcome today. How you doing? Cheeky breaky. Okay, so we start with drum and bass. Drum and bass, and the drum and the bass are not synchronized. So we're having, this is very, very much like this kind of stuff. Oh my god. Thank you, Mr. Beals, for the $5. So we're having this, bass kicks, hints, bass hits, afterwards offbeat, the bass is offbeat and everything. Remind me, Mr. Divas, afterwards, because I'm gonna forget. So yeah, we're having this going on. Really, really cool. Very emblematic. When you're doing drums, you mostly want, and Hidden, thank you for hanging out, have a good one. You mostly want to keep your bass and your drums just locked in. Completely locked in. You want them together all the time because it's very satisfying. However, going out of that recipe gives you this kind of stuff, which is also fun. Let's see where this goes. I don't even drink, and I want some vodka. I need some Adidas sweatpants, and I need to go squat. Oh, this is awesome. Let's see where this goes. Okay, so we are fully embracing techno. In this case, we bring in our first semblance of a motif. Motif being the smallest version of your musical idea, the seed, the essence from which everything else comes from. However, motifs usually are in the melody. When you're making music, you have three elements: melody, harmony, rhythm. Melody is usually where you're gonna have your motif, because it's the easiest one to make. However, there is an exception to this, which is the rhythmic motif. And right now, we might be getting that with that new synth that we just added with this. Let's see where it goes. There you go. We introduce a snare too, and a hi-hat. Oh, this is fun. And yes, when it comes to this kind of music, repetition is desirable. Once again, when you're making music, you want a careful balance between what is familiar and what is new. Too much familiarity, too much repetition, too much of the same thing, and you risk boring the listener, they tune out. Too much new material too quickly, you risk overwhelming the listener, they tune out. However, electronic music of this kind tends to get away with pushing the side of familiar it's a lot more forgiving in that sense, because this kind of music is often what we call a vibe or a groove or a feeling. It's more of an atmosphere thing. It's to set some sort of texture in general. And the beat is fun. Let's just see where it goes. There we go. A brief moment of going off the ramp with what sounded like bringing things back and forth. Off the ramp is the first time I get to mention it today. Off the ramp is a colloquial term that I use. Colloquial, by that I mean that there's no academic term for it, or at least I'm not using it for the purposes of simplicity. Off the ramp is what I call a transition. It can be as short as a couple of beats, as we heard it just now, or it can be as long as an entire section. And the point of this is to make your listener feel suspended up in the air at the mercy of inertia, waiting to see where you land. How do you do that? Remove the drums, maybe the bass as well, which is kind of what happened over here. And now we go back to the rhythm, we add another layer, which is a pretty standard thing as far as I know when it comes to electronic music, to do this kind of thing, to just have this little fill section going off the ramp, put a fill, and then come back with an extra layer to add a little bit more spice to it. Let's see where this goes. So yeah, now we have two synths doing motifs. Every once in a while, we're getting another synth higher up. Yep, there it was. Crashes off the ramp. We change to a new set of ideas, a similar... now we bring in some more melody. Now we have the sample with the strings. We have the others with this lower synth giving us a little bit more rhythm, keeping the same overall rhythm that we had before. Not with the rhythmic motif, but the overall beat, just with this, so that we can keep that going off the ramp familiar enough for us. Let's see where it goes. And the bass line is going a little bit higher. We now introduce the hi-hat and the snare. Oh, we had claps and now we have the snare separate. Okay. And we bring in another synth with this with this really, really fun sound, engaging in the rhythmic motif, exploring a few more of the melodies. These kinds of sounds, they are very just vaguely resembling harmony. They vaguely resemble the scales that we're using. We are kind of not really caring about that. We are just caring about the rhythm and the texture and the sound design, which, you know, wow, this is 17 years old. This is 17 years old. There you go. So yeah, good stuff. Let's see where it goes. And yeah, it happens, Eleanor. It happens. Bring it back up and... further up, then back down. Nice. Oh, I mean, this track is 17 years old. That is what year is this? This is from 2008. Yeah, this was created in 2008. Wait, this is from June 2008. This was before Obama. Okay, so yeah, this very much fits the period of music. This very, very much fits its period. Very fitting music. This kind of late 2000s techno was all over the place. Super, super popular. This is older than Obama's presidency. Like, this was like Bush was still president. The second Bush was still president. And I'm pretty sure, yeah, this track is older than a good chunk of my audience. So, this track outran Obama. Hey. All right, Funk, thank you for hanging out. You go Yeah. Dipping. Wait, first, are you leaving or are you staying? Because if you're leaving, have a good night. Otherwise, yeah, go to sleep. So yeah, this is very, very much like I remember going, like, accompanying my dad to the gym, and this kind of music was blasting, right? So it's very much, very energetic. This is really good for running. Like, if you're running or walking or working out, this kind of thing energizes you so much. It's insane. But let's see. Oh, you're gonna gamble arrow points. There you go. There you go. So yeah, no, this era of trance, of techno and electronic music. Yeah, this is very emblematic of its time. Very, very emblematic of this time. Like, I'm thinking back to, like, Need for Speed, Underground, and Most Wanted, and that kind of stuff, where we had this kind of video game. So, very, very, very cool. And I mean, by this time, like, this is when, like, Call of Duty and Halo were really kicking off, that kind of stuff. But at the other end, we had this. Let's see where this goes. Yeah, we add one more layer. Pretty much following the rhythmic motif still. Following that rhythmic motif. We speed up the drums. And we bring back, we do a partial recapitulation to the start, and we add one more layer so that it's not a one-to-one recapitulation. Recapitulation is you just repeat something you did before. And yeah, let's see where it goes. Yeah. So we still get that rhythmic motif. Oh, this is so fun, dude. We add a vocal sample, and yeah, we're basically repeating, like, the overall form we are repeating, and we're just re-experimenting with new layers. And Torts, thank you for the €10, man, I appreciate it. Yes, remind me, and same with Mr. Davis. So yes, let's see where it goes. This is really cool. So now we have two instruments, two samples, doing the rhythmic motif, but one after the other, doing a call and response. Oh, this is really cool. Call and response is one instrument does one thing. When it stops, the other one starts. That stops, the other one starts. You know, back and forth, call and response. And now we've split the motif into two instruments. This is really cool, man. Let's see where it goes. Oh, and we changed the drum beat. Oh my god, that's so cool. Okay, so we changed the drum beat, which is unusual for this kind of music. It's fairly unusual for this kind of music to change the drum beat. And it completely changes the sound of everything. It completely changes the connotations. I'm bringing it up. So, if you want to listen to another example of how this kind of thing goes, a more exaggerated example of how important drums are and your synths are and everything, listen to the intro of The Mirror by Dream Theater. In the intro of The Mirror by Dream Theater, the guitar is doing the exact same thing. Jung, 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 for a full minute straight. But the drums, the keyboard, the bass, they all change around. And there are points where you can legitimately not tell. It's difficult to tell that the guitar is still doing the exact same thing. That's how much this kind of thing, just having the right drum beat at the right time, matters. And in essence, we are having something like this over here. Also, another comment about this being in 2008. This song has been around for longer than I have been playing guitar. I started playing guitar in 2009. So, yeah. Yeah, we bring this back off the ramp. We speed up the drums once again by adding the hi-hat. Not in the US, it's not that easy. We bring back the bass or the synth with the rhythmic motif. We simplify things again, which is a good way of keeping your form interesting. Because, once again, when you're making music, you're doing one of two things, right? In general, you're building tension or you are resolving that tension. The point in between we call cadence. However, in overall, your music needs to be some sort of overall shape and story. You want your music to be some sort of journey, and usually you want your shape to be something like this, like something along the lines of this. However, if you're engaging in a 7-minute piece, then yes, you're gonna want a lot of these moments to be more and more pronounced. And what happens if you start going lower than you were before, then the highs will feel higher. So we're undulating this way, and if we go lower and we go back up, it feels higher in relation. So if we bring it even lower, we bring it high back again. Now the climb feels a lot more meaningful, so that when you finally hit that absolute climax, it's a lot more pronounced. So really good way to just remove these things and have a good night, man. Have a good night. So yes, just removing the layers and just placing them back, removing the layers and feeling this and just exploring the different combinations. Really good way of extending time, play time. Let's see where this goes. We were just adding a couple of extra variation of the rhythmic motif. Variation of the rhythmic motif. Okay, now we brought another synth here, doing another variation of the motif, but instead of it being in the rhythm, we are doing arpeggios. It seems like we're doing arpeggios. Arpeggios when you play a note, a chord one note at a time, and it looks like these, if I'm right, these are undulating, and it is the upgoing points that are highlighting the rhythm, I think. Either that or I'm just going insane, which just as likely. Trollo, welcome today. How you doing? Oh, thank you. So yes, yeah. Yeah, no, I am going insane, but that's a separate that's everything. Zeva, welcome today. How you doing? Let's see where this goes. Nice. Welcome today. Oh, we bring an actual melody now. And I really like this. I really like that the extended periods of time without melody, or without like a focus on a melody, is giving the moments with the melody coming back being that much better. I'm a melodically oriented composer. I'm a melodically oriented musician. And if you listen to any of my compositions, any of my music, the melody is front and center. Every single time. Like, there's always some sort of melody going on. I engage in counterpoint, all that kind of stuff. I have a really difficult time fathoming a piece of music made by me where there's no melody playing at any given time. To me, that is extremely difficult. So hearing something like this, it to an extent, it makes me jealous that Waterflame is able to just put something like this up 17 years ago, and it's just fun, and it works, and the pacing is good, and everything, without using that many melodies. Like, most of this has been rhythm. That is to me like rhythm and choral music. Like, I cannot do a choral arrangement to save my life. So yeah, no. Really, really cool. It makes me appreciate this kind of music a lot more. It really does. It really does. I am the kind of person that I really have a lot of respect for the people that do what I don't. In general. Like, if you are capable of doing something that I can't, mad respect for you, man. And being able to do something like this. And that's one of the reasons why I don't do much electronic music. Because it's very rhythm-oriented, very beat-oriented, and I have a lot of trouble. I have a lot of difficulty bringing myself to do something like that. I'm pretty sure if I push hard enough, I can. It's just not my forte. It's one of my weaker areas. and mad respect for being able to do this, because now after about 4 minutes we finally get an actual melody being developed, because we kind of had a melody at around the 2-minute mark, and it was good. It was still rhythm. Now we got a melody, and it's refreshing in a way that I didn't know I was lacking this whole time, because I was having so much fun with the beat. It is tend to really focus on the harmony. Yeah, we all have different focuses. Yeah, for me it's melody. Melody first and foremost. Yeah, Waterflame is titles match perfectly the song. I don't know why it just does. He also has that. He really manages to name things properly. This is just really well crafted in general. Like, despite this being from 2008, this is super high quality. Like, it holds up right now. The sound design is really good. The synths are really good. The choices of the sounds are really good. This is the type of techno that survives the test of time. Let's see where it goes. There's our melody, with some influence from that rhythm motif. And back we go here, chords and rhythmic motif with the arpeggiation. Alright. We bring this now, partial melody, partial rhythmic motif. Oh, this is awesome. Another melody, another layer. Giving a complement to the rhythmic motif being played by the other one, going up and down. This is awesome, dude. Let's see where it goes. This is really cool. Is that a retrograde? I think we got a retrograde. I think this is a retrograde. Okay, so when it comes to developing motifs, rhythms, whatever it is, there are several concepts we can use. Like, usually we talk about inversions, right? Inversion is when you take a melody and you flip it upside down. However, there is a second type of development that you can do, which is called a retrograde. And the retrograde is very special, because you take whatever melody you're doing, you grab it, and instead of flipping it upside down, you flip it backwards. And we're doing that with the rhythm, because the fast part of the rhythm was in the later part of the phrase. Now it's on the earlier part of the phrase. And by the way, if you take a retrograde and then you flip it upside down, then you get your retrograde inversion. These are concepts taken out of the 12-tone matrix, but you can apply them to so many other things. I'm not going to get into the 12-tone matrix right now, so let's see where it goes. And we bring in this arpeggiated melody doing the retrograde of the motif. This is so good. So the fact that this is older than you is crazy. Yeah, it goes to show that old music does not equal bad. In my case, my favorite composer is Mozart. His music was from the 1700s. That's old music. I find it to be my favorite of all time. So, let's see where this goes. Good bass line. We bring back the original motif, but with this now we finally get to hear this one front and center. We go off the ramp, we hear this one front and center, because this one has been happening a couple of other times, and yes, it's the rhythmic motif with the things. Let's see what it is. Also good, yeah. Oh, now we focus on this one. Like, conceptually, we're still doing the same thing. Conceptually, we're still doing the exact same thing we've been doing since the very, very beginning of this piece. However, it doesn't matter. We just keep making better and better and better, and re-exploring and re-exploring and re-exploring and re-exploring the material. This is really good. We're getting that slow build-up. New melody. The melody, this melody, we're using notes we've used before in the rhythmic motif on the higher end, and it's in a different rhythm. It's on a more straightforward rhythm instead of the motific, the rhythmic motif. It's good. It's good. Let's see where it goes. And now we do an elongated version of the melody with the rhythmic motif. So elongation is taking anything in music and slowing it down so that it takes longer to do. It can happen to just parts of the motif. In this case, it seems like it's the entirety of it while doing this arpeggiated melody. Again, these are really, really, really very good, very straightforward developments to this. And it just goes to show you don't need to reinvent the wheel. You don't need to rediscover fire to be able to make incredible music. And in this case, yeah, we're just being consistent here. Like, Waterflame has just been very consistent here, keeping that undulation of the overall vibes just completely consistent, slowly bringing us to a greater and greater heights, and resolving this. And I think this is the climax, and then that's gonna be it. Let's see how it ends. Let's see how it ends. Oh, it's really good. And the melody is also doubled, by the way. It's being played by more than one instrument. Let's see. Oh, really good climax for this piece, dude. And usually your climax is going to be in the last, like, 1 to 2 minutes. So this is very, very well crafted. Let's see where it goes. Yes, Megumi, we're just doing, this is the last one of the day that we're doing game. Welcome back. Welcome back. Hell yeah! We bring some of the earlier beats. Alright, how are you gonna end this? So yeah, we do a couple more repetitions of melody. We bring one of these older beats, doing the good old techno. Let's just see how it ends. We got 10 seconds left. Remove the drums. Oh, and there you go. We repeat the rhythmic motif one more time. We do that fill that we did before. One last hit, and it's done. Oh my god, that was really good. That was really good. There you go. That was Outrun breakbeat / techno music by Waterflame, featured in Geometry Dash. That is my understanding. Yeah, there you go. Once again, everybody, this has been the Basterd's LFA, a layman-friendly analysis. I'm a professionally trained musician, a composer, and my objective here has been to explain things in a way so that you don't have to be one to understand what has happened here musically. So, if you're watching this on the YouTube video archive thing, thank you for watching. Make sure you're following the channel, subscribe to the channel, whatever term you want to use. Like the video, share the video, leave a comment, turn on notifications, become a member. Once again, at the time of recording, we recently passed the 4,000 subscriber mark. Thank you so much, everybody, for being here. I do not take this for granted. I am grateful every single day that I get to do this at all, and that y'all even like it. So, challenge still, if we somehow reach 10,000 subscribers before Christmas 2025, I will take a fan fiction of the choice of the community. Any one fan fiction that y'all want. You figure out what you want, one of them, and I will fully produce record, and voice act an audiobook for it. We have to reach 10,000 legitimately though, so no account duping, no botting, no buying, sharing, and YouTube hyping, the YouTube hype mechanic, which we have a channel in the Discord for that. It has to be legit. It has to be legit, okay? Members, if you're a member, you get early access to the content. I schedule the videos for the week on Saturdays, and if you are a paid member, you get early access to the videos when I schedule them, regardless of the tier. So Saturdays you get access to the content of the week, so consider becoming a member today. If you want to listen to this without me interrupting every 3.5 seconds, I will be linking it in the description down below. If you want to request a song and you're not on the live stream, go to the Discord server, link down below, go to the LFA requests channel and follow the instructions on the pinned messages. And if you want to catch the streams when they go live, we aim for Monday through Friday, 6 p.m. Central European Time. If you're not in Europe, that's fine. We have the full up-to-date streaming schedule showing in your local time zone in both Discord and Twitch, both linked down below. So if you live in, I don't know, Atlanta, and you're like, oh, but what time is 6 p.m. in Hungary? I don't live there. That's us. Fine, no worries. Discord, Twitch, they both have the stream schedule up to date in your local time zone. And follow the gaming channel. We have a gaming channel because, of course, I have a gaming channel. I'm on YouTube. What else could I possibly have? Games are Basterd, link down below. That's where I put the recordings of the VODs of the gaming after shows when they happen. Again, link down below, or just search for it on YouTube. Same username as James R. Basterd. Just swap the J for a G, and you got it. And yeah, there you go. Outrun by Waterflame. What a fun track, dude. What a good track. That was awesome. Really, really cool. But yeah, let's move on.